Hi everyone. Are you ready to do your Speak Out home practice? My name is Samantha Allenderry. I'm a speech language pathologist and the founder of Parkinson Voice Project. We're a nonprofit speech therapy clinic solely dedicated to helping you and everyone with Parkinson's around the world retain and regain your speech and communication and minimize swallowing complications. The same muscles we use for speaking are the ones that we use for swallowing. Today's topic, everybody say this with intent. Hello, March. Say it with more intent. Hello, March. As you're speaking, not just during this session, but all throughout the day, I want you to be speaking out. That means get your voice in front of you. Parkinson's wants to make everything small and make your voice right here. We need to speak out. Let's all take a sip of water and then we'll get started. We're going to use lots of energy. We're going to use lots of intent and be very deliberate. I want you to project every sound forward for this warm-up. Here we go. May, me, my, mo, moo. Don't trail off. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. Good. Let's do it again. Exaggerate. May, me, my, mo, moo. Did you notice that I had to take a breath there? You can take a breath whenever you need it. Don't think about the breathing. That is old speech therapy. Do not think about the breathing. Just speak out and you will take the breath you need. Let's do it again. May, me, my, mo, moo. One more time. May, me, my, mo, moo. We call this the warm-up, but it might actually take a couple other exercises for your voice to truly warm up and for it to sound better. Let's all take a sip of water with intent. Your voice, the vocal quality should be clear when you do these exercises. If it isn't, I want you to speak out a little bit more. Everybody say, hello. Let's do it together. Hello. That's just a little test. I noticed that when people say that, like they imagine they're on top of a mountain, if the voice does come out clear when you do that, then I think you probably just need to speak out a little bit more. But if it doesn't clear up when you're trying to project your voice forward, or if it hurts, then don't do these exercises until you talk to your speech pathologist. Let's move on to speak out exercise number 2, the ahs. Deliberately open your mouth and speak out. Ah. Good. Let's do it again. You're trying to hold it for about 10 seconds. Less is okay, but don't try to hold it out as long as you can. There's no reason to do it, and it just promotes not good vocal use. You start squeezing the sound out. Let's do another ah. Ah. Good job. Let's do it again. Imagine you could see the ah coming out of your mouth. It should be flying up and forwards. Let's do one more. Nice and steady. All right, we've done the warm-ups and the ahs. Let's take a sip of water with intent, of course. We're thinking about our eating and our swallowing and our talking and our walking and our writing, everything. We need to do it with intent. Speak out exercise number 3 might be the most challenging. Some people think they're really fun. It's kind of a love-hate relationship. I mean, you either love them or you hate them, I guess. I want you to project a steady ah out and then slowly glide up. Here we go. Ah. Ah. Notice that I don't go up as high as I can. I'm not going into falsetto. So you start at a certain pitch. Don't think about it. Just throw out an ah. Go up. Then you stop. Then you throw the ah out in front of you. And you glide back down to where you started. So you never go into falsetto. And you also don't keep going as low as you can. That puts too much tension on the vocal tract. Let's do another glide. Good. Keep the mouth open. Use intent. Be deliberate. Let's do it again. Nice job. Let's take a sip of water, then we'll do a couple more. We're trying to get, go ahead and get your water. We're trying to get as many little notes in there as we can. If you notice that when you start going up, you go from this note and you skip a whole bunch and you end up here. Try to get as many little notes in there as you can. If you're missing the notes in your glide, you might be missing those same notes in conversation, and it might be why your voice sounds a little bit monotone or flat. We want our voices to sound colorful. Listen to me. Notice how I try to get all the little notes in there. Listen first. Ah. Okay, I want you to do that. Ready? Ah. Ah. Good. One more. Really think about it. Make this one your best. Ah. Ah. Sip of water, everybody. Somebody sent in a question, and they've been diagnosed, or they had West Nile 9 years ago, and they had to learn how to eat, walk, talk, drive, everything all over again. And they say that they're doing better, and they do the speak out exercises online, but they have a cough, and the doctor says there's nothing wrong. So they're asking, is there anything to help me? Do you have any advice? So from this, I'm understanding that you're doing these online sessions. Please see a speech pathologist individually. I won't be able to give you any advice because I don't know your whole history or anything, but these online exercises are not enough. You'll need to be seeing a speech language pathologist, please. And I know that on our website, the provider listing is under construction, but let me tell you what's going to happen. We are cleaning up that list. It is so hard. That's probably the hardest thing we do at Parkinson Voice Project is the provider listing, and I think a lot of it has to do with our profession is a high percentage of women. So there's lots of therapists or providers that go on maternity leave or during the pandemic decided they were going to stay home with their kids. They change jobs. They don't tell us. So we are cleaning all of that up. But I'm really excited because the new provider listing is going to make it very clear when somebody offers teletherapy. That's very significant. If somebody is offering teletherapy, online treatment, that means they can treat anybody in their state. So it's very important for you to know because you might find a provider that is 300 miles from your home, but if they have the T on there, you'll know they'll be able to treat you. We are also adding in the languages that the therapist speaks, and that's going to be very helpful for a lot of people. And also, if a therapist is licensed in more than one state, some therapists are licensed in 2 or 3 states. So we're going to have all of that information on the provider listing. Stay tuned, okay? You're being so patient. By the way, the chat, I saw it yesterday. It's almost done. Hang in there. Let's move on to the counting. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I had somebody I was working with individually, and they mentioned how they're kind of embarrassed to do these exercises. Well, how do you think I feel? I'm doing these in front of more than 3,000 people every day. You know what? It's important to keep your speech and your swallowing strong. So, you know what? Don't worry about it. Just do the exercises, no matter how they look or sound. Just do them with lots of intent and exaggeration. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Good job. Let's go backwards. This is our last one. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Lift every number. 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It is amazing how much harder it is to count to 20 than it is 12. Are you surprised by that? It really requires a lot more breath support. Let's take a sip of water with intent. Thank you to everybody who's providing feedback on our website. I really appreciate it. We're getting all of the messages. We may not be able to make the changes as quickly as you might think, but we're getting the messages and we want more feedback. I'm going to show you a video now of Dr. Boone talking about using intent in sports. So maybe this will help you to understand the difference between the automatic motor system and the intentional motor system. Let me show you our website. So I'm going to go back to the beginning. So this is the home page of our website. You know you're on the new website if you see the grant program here in the top, okay? I'm going to go under our program and then about Speak Out. I love this new page. It's a beautiful diagram that describes our program here. And if you scroll down, it says there's a section about Daniel R. Boone. And if you click on this, there's a whole page of information about Dr. Boone and videos that you can watch and learn more about intent. We're going to watch the one that has to do with intention and non-intention in sports. Here we go.
I'd like to talk a little about intention and non-intention as it relates to sports. For example, basketball. When a player is dribbling down the court, he is using the extrapyramidal system. This is essential for all kinds of sports where you don't have to think what you're doing. It just happens automatically. And in basketball, the dribble would be an extrapyramidal function. The free shot, where you really have to think what you're doing, is really is a pyramidal shot. And so some people are good at free throws and not so good dribbling. Others are the other way around. Also in baseball, pyramidal function is required in the outfield, where you run and set yourself for a fly ball. And extrapyramidal is the sudden movements you have to make in the infield. Like a shortstop can't think what he's doing, it's all automatic. That's an extrapyramidal function. In tennis, which I like to play, serving is a pyramidal. And actually the court play, you can't think about what you're doing, is more extrapyramidal.
Okay. So it's talking about sports. The extrapyramidal system is our automatic motor system. The pyramidal system is our intentional system. So like you talked about, if you are at bat in baseball, you are using intent. You're concentrating, you're going to hit the ball, you're going to use intent. If you're playing shortstop, you don't have time to do that, so it's all automatic, okay? Same thing for tennis, you're serving, that's intentional. When you're up at the court playing quickly, that's automatic. So all of us have used intent all of our lives. It's just that people with Parkinson's now need to incorporate intent into just about everything that they do. So please visit our website to learn more. The Dr. Boone section is under About Speak Out, or about our program. All right, we're going to move on to our reading exercise. Hello, March. It is March 1st. Can you believe it? I'm wondering how you did on how you've been doing on your New Year's resolutions. How's it going, or do you need to go back and visit them? All right, we're going to read some sentences with intent. We're going to exaggerate, stretch out the highlighted words, but we're speaking out for everything. Here we go. Today is the first day of March. Again, today is the first day of March. So every word, you're lifting every word up and forward. Ready? It is the month of St. Patrick's Day. Again, it is the month of St. Patrick's Day. Next, there is also March Madness. If I were to audio record you, would I have heard that the word madness sounded different? Let's do it again. There is also March Madness. You see, the highlighted words are about controlling your speech and making your voice do what you want it to do. Let's read the top line. Teachers and kids enjoy spring break. Again, teachers and kids enjoy spring break. Next, the Academy Awards is on March 12th. Again, the Academy Awards is on March 12th. Are you lifting every word? The Academy Awards, so it's in front of you. Say it with me. The Academy Awards is on March 12th. We're strengthening the voice, okay? And then we're controlling it. We're learning how to use intent. Let's read it one more time. The Academy Awards is on March 12th. Next, we will celebrate 3 years of online sessions on March 13th. Can you believe that? March 13th, 2020 is when we started these online Speak Out Home practice sessions. Let's go ahead and read the sentence again. We will celebrate 3 years of online sessions on March 13th. So make sure you join us on March 13th. Take a sip of water before we do the cognitive exercise. All right. Yeah, go ahead and take your water. Sorry, I don't mean to rush you. I want you to try to name at least 3, but if you can name more, that would be great. Trees or flowers that you may see in March. Go ahead, say each one with intent. This is what Lisa came up with. I wonder if it's different in different parts of the country. I don't know. Let's read these and speak out. Ready? Tulips, daffodils, bluebonnets, redbud trees, magnolias, cherry blossoms. Are you speaking out? Name some places to go for spring break. Say each location with intent. Let's read these with intent. Daytona Beach, South Padre Island, Cancun, Miami Beach. Things associated with daylight savings. This is a little bit more challenging. You have to think a little bit more. Say every word with intent. Let's read every word and speak out. More daylight, warmer temperatures, changing the clocks, evening walks, losing an hour of sleep. Things associated with the Oscars. This is our last one. Say each word with intent. Ready? red carpet, ball gowns, tuxedos, awards, speeches, MCs. Let's go ahead now and do Dr. Boone's words. We're exaggerating the G, the K, and the NG. Say each one twice. Goo la gang ga ga. Goo la gang ga ga. Every syllable with intent. Next one. Ku ka mangu ka. Ku ka mangu ka. Ready? Gangla. Gangla. And the last one. Kukla. Kukla. Go ahead and take a sip of water. We're going to move on to our bonus reading. And there's the bell. For the bonus reading, Lisa has put every word that comes before any punctuation. She has highlighted those words. When you get to those highlighted words, stretch them out. If you get behind as we're reading, you can always catch up on the next highlighted words. Here we go. We're reading with intent. All right, ready? March is named for the Roman god of war, Mars. Let's read it again. That's the rhythm. Ready? March is named for the Roman god of war, Mars. This was the time of year to resume military campaigns that had been interrupted by winter. Read more about how the months got their names. In the early Roman calendar, March was the first month of the calendar year. As March brought the first day of spring with the vernal equinox, it was the start of a new beginning. A start of new beginnings. Sorry about that. Ready? March became the third month when January and February, which were added to the end of the Roman calendar around 700 BC, instead became the first and second months around 450 BC. You really have to use a lot of intent to read that. But if you can get to the point that you can read for 3 to 5 minutes, speaking out, totally in control, if you can get to that point, then you can carry on a good conversation with family and friends, and people will hear you. So we're always working towards being able to read that bonus reading with lots of intent, but it takes some time. So don't feel bad if you get to the bonus reading and it's just a little bit too challenging. It will get easier. The more you practice, the easier it will get. Thank you for joining me today. We are working on the chat, please. You're going to be so happy when it's done, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.